You change out of your suit for this? Go more casual?
Yeah, I got my DraftKings shirt on.
You're the best. It is a DraftKings shirt.
Absolutely. I went and found it. I'm like, what? It's, if you go to the concert, do you wear the concert shirt? I do. I wear that band shirt. I don't care. I'm wearing it.
Just real quick before we get going.
Yeah.
On the triceps, it's all form, right? It's all form. Do you really because I've been kind of plateauing at 57 and I'm trying to get my form right. I've been told that you could do this with tomato cans and you can get that kind of cut, but you got to tell me what you're doing with the tris.
It's about making every rep count. That's all it is. Tomato cans are using a backpack with books in it. It doesn't matter. Every rep count, and the close grip push-ups are killer. I sound like such a meathead douchebag, but you asked, and I will give you the answer you're looking for.
Well, I love that you guys think we haven't already started. If you're gonna beefcake out on this guy, I want all that content because what you just did there was uncomfortable for me. Just going aggressively.
Just a couple of guys talking tries.
No, but you just came at him very strong. I don't know how well you know him, but you just aggressively came at him with, I find you really attractive.
Yeah, we've done that before. Kyle, you know how attracted I am to you. So, I think Kyle operates in this really unique space that basically only professional wrestlers do, which is build mass, but also maintain that lean look that pops so well under those good morning
He looks good he looks in a suit. It looks well cut, and you look the part of confident guy giving you analysis. I own this stage. I'm a rock star. I'm swaggering here. This is my show.
Well, Dan, thank you. And it's just this, it brings us to our origin story and our relationship. And the first time I ever appeared on your show, I'm just waiting to go on and talk about Rodgers or Cowboys, whatever the hell we're talking about. And then there's this wild tangential rant about jaw lines, and this person has one. And then you just bring me on and start talking jaw lines. I still, to this day, I was almost 2 years ago, I still have people stop me and be like, dude, I really think you had Paul Posluszny too low on the jaw rankings. I think you should rethink that one. I get approached about that all the time, about that series that we did. Still, doesn't matter what.
Can we do it again? I'd like to objectify. Have we had some ranking improvements?
Let's just keep doing the same interview that we've always done with you and just objectify you.
Yeah, what do we got today? Toes.
I didn't know.
All right, guys. I think Greg Louganis had great toes. I remember they were wrapped around the springboard back in the Seoul Olympics, and the way he got the extension, they were close. The toes, Greg Louganis is still my greatest, but maybe some gymnasts might have something to say. This is what we do when we get together.
Look at Stugotz's face. You are totally entranced right now.
Top five. I'm looking at him and his good looks and his chin and his tries, but
Thank you.
Top five toes of all time.
He doesn't have triceps. He has duceps.
He is hypnotizing, and I'd like to stop doing this to him. I'd like to talk football with him. I'd like to
talk toes.
He's not just a pretty face. He knows what he's talking about. And one of the things we were talking about before we got together with you here, Kyle, is that we don't know on this weekend. We're all afraid of analyzing anything because anything we think we know about this sport, we don't actually know, and everything we think is wrong. That we don't. We have no idea what we're watching, and
I know.
And we're talking about Trent Williams being the most dominant player in football, and no one knowing who the hell he is.
I know. Isn't that funny? I think it's a dangerous time too, Dan, because to your point, we don't have any givens going into this week. I feel like we got rid of our givens. We knew the Cowboys were posers, and that happened right in front of us, Gloria. So you can bank on that. This week, I wish we had some center squares on the bingo card. If you're talking about Trent Williams being the best player in football, no one knows. We could have all upsets, or we could just have a boring ass chalk weekend like it felt like we had last weekend. It's a little scary. We're out over our skis.
Well, the reason I'm asking you this is because I'm afraid to pick against the Bucs, and I'm afraid to make it matter that it should matter. No offensive linemen and no Antonio Brown, no Chris Godwin.
You're talking about it again.
All that stuff should matter, but I don't know if it's going to matter, especially against Von Miller and Aaron Donald.
It seems like so the Rams should win. They've got the D-line, they've got the corner, they've got the quarterback who's sort of been there. But I don't know, there's this intangible thing that messes with our heads. I'm watching last week the terrible game against the Eagles, and it's the wild card round against a team that doesn't matter. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, God damn it, Brady's going to get in the Super Bowl again, isn't he? I just have this stupid feeling in my bones that I'm watching him. I'm like, how's anybody beating him? Who's the given here? Stafford? Rodgers, even the Packers never get there. So it doesn't make sense. And when you start talking Vaughn and Aaron Donald, great, I get it. And Chris Godwin is out. Well, I've seen everybody from Danny Amendola to Troy Brown. I have just seen this movie so many times that I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, the Stafford Rams. I don't subscribe, Dan.
But Kyle, in this round, it seems like the given would be Aaron Rodgers over San Francisco. Maybe not the next round. Maybe he doesn't get to the Super Bowl, but this round, he usually does pretty well. And he'll get to the championship
I'm afraid
game.
to do even that, though. I'm afraid.
With the Niners?
This is why, Kyle, help me, because I'm deferring to your knowledge on this. Stugotz thinks he now knows everything because he went.
No, but Dan, if Aaron Rodgers at home in the playoffs against Jimmy Garoppolo isn't a given, then what is?
He just got done saying the Packers are going to bleep this up. He just finished saying this, and I'm always thinking, this happens to me every single year watching football, that I underestimate the bye and I overestimate the team that just won. So I see what San Francisco just did, and I want to believe that they can do that to Green Bay because I saw a healthy team do it to them twice. I was telling Stugotz that San Francisco made Aaron Rodgers, when healthy, look more impotent in a great season than I've ever seen him look. And I don't know enough about what I'm watching to know whether they can do that again.
I think they can. The most fun thing to watch in the playoffs right now, guys, with all these young stars and quarterbacks, Burrow and Mahomes and Allen, they're all great. The Niners' opening drive of each game is so badass and so beautiful. And it reminds me of, like, don't show up late to a Tyson fight because it'll be over. Do not miss the Niners' opening drive. After that, it's disastrous sometimes, and Garoppolo is a mess. But the opening drive is a symphony, and I cannot wait to watch this one against the Packers because we're going to know. I think we're going to know after like 3 plays of the Niners offense if the Packers are totally screwed, because it's going to be the same story about, oh my God, their defense sucks again, or they're soft again, and they have nothing, and Rodgers is going to stand on the sideline and lose again. I'm with you, Dan. Like, I'm not sitting here saying, oh, Rodgers is too good. I've been saying that for over a decade. I look at this through the lens of, like, I'm trying to teach my 8-year-old son about football and what matters and what's good. Like, he sees me like, so Rodgers is really good, right? I'm like, he's like, so he only won 1 Super Bowl, right? I'm like, that's the only one he's ever even gotten to. And he doesn't have this excuse of, like, well, in the AFC, it was the Patriots thing for 20 years. And that's why Rivers never got there. That's why Roethlisberger didn't get to more. In the NFC, like, what? Because Rodgers lost to the Matt Ryan Falcons and a running back named Raheem Mostert? That's what knocked him out? So I buy into this idea that, yes, pretty boy Jimmy could go into Lambeau and hand it off to this dude named Debo 20 times and they could win, because we've seen it for a decade.
It's funny to say, though, Stugotz. So if I put for you, in front of you, who's going to beat Rodgers, who's more likely to beat Rodgers, Brady or the 49ers? What's your answer to that? I'm asking you, Stugotz.
Brady.
Yeah, Stugotz, it's all you.
Brady. No, it's Tom Brady. I mean, he did it last year. I think he would do it again this year if he gets the opportunity to do it. I don't think Aaron Rodgers sweats the 49ers at all. I think what he sweats is Tom Brady.
Yeah, he said the thing this week, too, because everyone's saying, oh, you're 0-3, 0-3. Is this one extra special? There's different teams now, no motivation from that, which I don't know if that's totally true. Like, it's been some pretty high profile losses that everybody remembers, but I'm trying to think if I agree with Stugotz, if it's just the Brady thing over and over again, or if it's the Niners. All I know is these games he loses every year, it's never with him getting picked off on the final drive of the game. It's usually him just standing there watching some completely incompetent defensive backer. And last year, getting ripped off the field. Like, it was the football gods were making him be off the field. So I feel like it's actually the Niners, and I feel like Rodgers is going to be standing there just watching Kittle and Juszczyk end another season for him, and probably end his time in Green Bay.
I think if you gave Aaron Rodgers the choice, do you want to face the Niners or just Tom Brady? Okay, he would choose the Niners.
That is
probably.
I need to get a ruling from you, because they informed me, I did not know this, that you were the inventor of the angry run, and we need a ruling from you on what happened with Tua, whether it would qualify as an angry run, because all the rules are different for the quarterback, and it's not fair that the defensive back was in a prone position, and we didn't know whether officially, is Tua someone worthy of an angry run this season or not?
Yes, absolutely worthy. He was crowned the angry run winner. He got the scepter. And listen, if we're going to go back and renegotiate all of the safeties who were on their heels when they got trucked with the whole segment and the whole institution is completely destroyed. Tua did have it. He got up, Dan. He flexed. I think he headbutted some teammates. And a lot of times it's with the angry run. It's kind of with the accoutrements and the side items. And he had a lot of those. Plus the subtext was there. The whole thing of like, this team, no one cared about me. They wanted Watson. The team doesn't believe in my future. It all came out right there on the field. And then, of course, they ended up blowing it anyway. But in that moment, yes, absolutely worthy.
I think Brandt's totally off. And I'm sorry. It's Tony, by the way, Kyle. I don't know if you see me or not.
Who the hell is Tony?
Yeah, that's right. Kyle, I think you're way off here. I think you're way off here because Tua, and when you're a quarterback, and obviously you're sitting there as a defensive back, you're waiting for somebody to actually slide, right? Yeah. And you don't see him until all of a sudden he's there in front of you and he tackles you. And I don't think that's an angry run. I think he's just a prisoner of the moment.
Vulnerable defender.
Exactly.
Vulnerable. Yeah, see, yes. I had people coming in saying, this angry run has an asterisk, that when the safety is so worried about getting flagged. I still see it. It's the Tua. It's got to be the smallest quarterback in the league this side of Kyler Murray. He's still lowered his shoulder. He's still trucked.
I'm thinking of
you
saying.
You guys are like, you're ruining the fun. If you really want to get into the nerdhood, what do you think, Dan?
I'm thinking the angry run is full of shit now, is what I'm thinking. I'm going to escalate.
It's over.
It's
full of shit.
Now that's an angry run.
If that's an angry run, the angry run is full of shit.
Impugning the reputation of the angry run. I'm not having that.
Yeah. You, who exclusively watches television on mute, should know that is a premier muted segment. There's none better.
Yeah, a lot of people mute that segment who usually watch with volume. It's very loud, very loud.
I don't think that's what he means. No, I think he means that your show is fun to watch even if you can't hear it.
His energy jumps off the screen. So do the like everything, dude. Everything.
He's the host.
What do you mean? What's everything?
All right, sometimes a t-shirt lifts up a little bit and you see some belly button.
Mike, back off, Mike. Mike, back off.
Did you
pick out the
our
material?
Our whole show is I'm in profile the whole time on our show. So if I ever get some of that walking around weight, it hangs over the belly and it's wildly unflattering. Plus I get armpit sweats constantly.
I've noticed that.
So you guys are blowing me up about aesthetics and I appreciate it. Sometimes you feel disgusting on that show.
You know what? I can help you with the armpit sweat. Back channel with me. I have a medication that
works
for me. It's called Qbrexza. You need to get a prescription for it, but you can't go like the full wipe on it. Otherwise you'll be like cotton mouth, like you were drinking all night at like 4 a.m. searching for the water. But,
okay,
a little dab here and there.
I'm deeply uncomfortable. I'm deeply uncomfortable that we have now elevated this to you are grooming him on Sundays, so he looks more like someone that you want to.
It's Monday to Friday, and also teach a man to fish.
Okay, we will get to this in a second, but Chris Cody wants to
I feel like we're wasting Kyle's time.
All right, we got Chris.
Yeah, we're wasting your time. I've been talking. This is more important. I've been talking for years. I have this theory that you make a great brother-in-law. And I want you to confirm that for me.
Good use of his time, yes.
Well, no, you know what? You're right. Thank you for bringing it up because we wanted a ruling on this. We imagine that if we arrived, that maybe our relationship with our wife would be better because every once in a while we got to hang out with you and you'd be a cool brother-in-law.
That's an awesome compliment. So you're saying it would be cool to be married to my sister? Is that what that is?
I just want to I have my brother-in-law's name is Tommy, and I want to replace him with you.
To answer your question, yes, but only to get to you.
All right. Well, what are the merits of a brother-in-law?
When's the last time you shotgunned a beer?
I had a Christmas party and I shotgunned a beer.
I said to Tony, I was like, guaranteed within 2 months.
No, but
guaranteed. You went to the Bills game. I would have thought it was
this party. Was it?
I did it like 4 weeks ago.
Okay,
and it was awesome.
No, but
and not only did I do it, like I raced and I was very competitive about it. And I think I showed up. I went right to the key to open the thing. Yep. Listen, all right. So I golf a little bit, but I suck at golfing. So I think that would be good. I wouldn't show you up or anything. Do what you want, I guess, with my sister. What are we talking about? What are your reasons? I don't know.
He just
you're gonna marry my wife's sister. Yeah.
Yes, he doesn't want to watch you have sex with his wife. That's Mike who wants that. That's the other one. That's Mike Ryan.
Totally opposite.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like I'm
Kyle, you're overly seizing on the idea of the relationship. I think Chris would have you as a brother-in-law even if you guys weren't related. It's just playing the role
just
of brother-in-law.
somebody that you would be a great movie brother-in-law that all of us say, like, we want to get to that house and fun things are going to happen because that guy likes me and I want him to like me as much as I want my wife to like me.
Just a good hang. He's a good hang.
Yeah, just fun to hang out with.
Shotgun beers, but you guys do it differently. The host of NFL Network's Good Morning Football, it airs Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. I know I've asked you about this before. Yeah. Because you also do 10 Questions with Kyle Brandt. That podcast is available on Spotify and YouTube. But you are having fun with the professional elements of this. And this show, Good Morning Football, are you surprised that more like it doesn't exist? Because you guys are teaching people, but also you're clearly having fun, not necessarily respecting the, constraints of corporate television. And you're sitting here doing something on the NFL Network, right? So you got to be careful. There's certain stuff that you got to be careful around. I'm sure they don't want you talking about, but you guys are doing a fun show, and I don't think of that as a fun league.
I know exactly what you mean, Dan, and I know this is a little bit inside baseball, but I know you guys would understand it. The reason the show works, I don't even think it's the hosts or the setup or anything, is I mean this, and I'm not. The NFL lets us talk about anything. I mean it. I've 5.5 years on the show, 1,300 episodes. I can't remember a single time I've gotten an email being like, "Hey, why don't you dial back on kicking the Cowboys in the balls every single Monday morning? It's getting a little much." Never. They in fact, they encourage it, and they're just like, "What do you guys want to do for the title games this weekend?" And, Schrager and I will be like, let's do this. And they're like, fine, let's just go. It's just a complete. And I think some of that is because the show's so early in the morning, they don't have time or they're not awake to say no. But even afterwards, I never get hell. I never get don't do this. And I guess there are some other shows. I know that there's many shows that try, and I know I watch ESPN sometimes and see them try to rip off our segments verbatim, but they can keep trying. They've never told us no. I think that's why it works.
Hold on a minute, Brandt. Make that accusation. I need to hear a little more about this accusation you're now filing. ESPN stealing your shit?
I turn on that network sometimes like anybody else does. And I think that they see, you guys talked about angry runs. I am seeing people up in front of a screen with really impactful highlights and guys getting run over, and they're screaming and they're saying, "Whoa, look at this one. Is this the best one of the week?" And I've even seen them give away T-shirts, and it just seems highly, highly similar to some of the things that we do. And listen, they're the worldwide leader, and they say imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, but it flies real close to the sun, real close.
I'm not going to let you off there.
Okay.
I'm going to press you a little more on this.
Yeah, follow-ups?
Well, I'm just saying, like, once upon a time, these hits were something ESPN celebrated, and we sold big hit videos, NFL, and then we realized, oh, no, can't do it that way anymore. Concussions, got to be careful, got to be moral about this. I want the accusation publicly made because you're talking around it. Mm-hmm. You're alleging ESPN is trying to steal your angry runs, which I've called a load of shit now that you've given Tua an angry run.
Yeah, but the second you open the door to any ESPN criticism, it's like catnip for Dan.
That's right. And so I'm going to see if I can just trap you into the viral moment that dares to criticize that ESPN has stolen. Let me go get a wrestling mask.
Like
Hold on
a big,
second.
oversized fat cat just rolling around in catnip right now.
Here, I'm gonna, Dan. I'm not gonna give you the catnip. I'm gonna give you the laser pointer on the floor and make you chase it. The names and the specifics evade my memory right now. I really can't put a finger on who or what, but I think that I remember they used to do Jacked Up, and it was an amazing segment, and we all loved it as a fan. And then they're like, oh well, we can't do this anymore. Angry runs. If anybody ever gets hurt, or there's the player needs to be helped off, we can't include it. Those are the rules we go by. And yet, when I'm in the gym or I'm stopping by the subway and they got the TV on and it's ESPN, I see people doing things that are wildly reminiscent of the thing that I do, with some of the same little details and some of the same tone and the screaming and it's highly, highly, highly reminiscent. And I will continue to put it that way.
What's your bench PR?
Now or back in the day?
No, your PR,
personal
man.
record, man.
PR for life. When I was a senior in playing college football, I did 1 rep for 340.
Get the hell out of here!
Yes.
Really?
No way.
But I got to tell you, like,
deadlifting?
No, I'm not doing any of that Olympic stuff. The knees and the back and the stuff. But I will still bench, and I mean it. You know how Rich Eisen does his 40-yard at the combine every year, and he makes all this money for charity and all that. I have said I will go and I will do bench press reps, and I can beat several of the players who are showing up there to the combine. I promise you right now, I can do it.
You don't have
no, we believe you.
I believe every word that comes out of your mouth.
And I'm not. I'm only giving you guys this because this is your catnip. Normally, that's all-time douchey stuff to talk about how many bench reps you could do on a show this big. But I know you guys are here for it.
Yeah.
I have one more brother-in-law stipulation. When's the last time?
What do you got?
Have you ever played disc golf?
It's a big one. That's a big one.
I've not played disc golf. I've not.
I'll still have it. That would have made you the perfect person ever.
Really?
That's what you want.
Disc golf?
I just need a dude to hang out.
I misheard.
Yeah, Mike wants to play dick golf.
Dick golf and tonsil hockey. Yeah, I'm more than willing to play both. Isn't frisbee golf just an excuse to smoke joints like over?
That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Who, me?
Right. Yeah. We don't need an excuse for that.
Well, isn't that the question?
He smokes weed.
There you go, Chris. There it is. Why didn't you just ask him that question?
He read through the line.
Hey,
we were
Kyle,
talking the same language. Me and him
together. Why didn't you just ask him that?
Well, yeah, not subtle. Like, Kyle, do you like blacklight posters and Bob Marley? Not really, but I hear you.
Kyle, good talking to you, sir. Thank you. And thank you for the way that you guys are doing it, because it's fun. It's been fun to watch you just enjoying it.
Even though you never watch it because it's on mute.
It's not that hard. No, I always watch it the same way Mike does, leering while it's on mute. I don't need to hear him. He's just a beautiful face.
You're not just another pretty face to me,
and
Kyle.
tries and glutes, and he said he looked disgusting when he bends over, like you could imagine. Like you could imagine.
Listen,
show us.
I usually wear short sleeve Friday. I will give a tricep flex tomorrow just for you guys, because I know it gets the engine running. I never have more fun on any show other than the show. This is the one. I love you guys. I will have the tries tomorrow.
Let's do this. Hold on. What
do
you
a little
promise?
slap of the thigh before you do like a bodybuilder.
What are you promising us? Let's get Kyle to play something for our audience.
All right.
But also though, Chris is pushing you toward. He wants to actually see your abs. Chris Cody, you didn't hear that.
Him to bend over.
Did you say abs or ass, Dan?
Abs.
Was a video cut out.
With a B.
All right, here's what I'll promise you. I'll promise you. And this is so douchey and such a steakhead move. When the Good Morning Football show starts tomorrow, I'm talking the opening shot of the final show before the divisional playoff round. I will do this. I'll be sitting like this, and I will tap.
No way.
And then I will do a big tricep flex, and you guys will see it, and you'll know it's for you. I promise.
Beefcake. We are infiltrating the NFL.
I'm even going to get a pump on before the show. Like off the set, I'll get in like the push-ups so they're jumping.
Can we possibly, and I don't want to be greedy about this, but in our relationship, can we get something that is almost a full bodybuilding flex show in your suit? Just a show.
Dan wants more. I don't know if you could tell with the subtlety of dick golf after the joke kind of landed.
Guys, should we just get it over with and just have a big orgy, like all of us? Let's just all make love to each other.
Yes,
let's do it. I'm in.
I'm so disgusted.
You're disgusting.
Double tap and the tricep to start the show. Watch, and you guys will know it's for you.
How about a wink? How about a wink? A wink with it?
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. You want a wink?
I'm going to get up at 7.
Let me think about the wink, but definitely a 2-slap tricep and possible wink. I'm telling you, 7 a.m. Eastern and re-aired at 10 a.m. Eastern. It'll happen.
Oh, Good Morning Football.
Later, fam.
Love you guys. Bye. Kisses. See ya.